We have got in-house, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Owens and Hunter Cox, soccer coaches at Ardmore.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls. I'm going to put Kyle got the boys and Hunter got the girls. Is that right?
That's right.
All right,
So, Coach, how does it? You go straight from basketball to soccer.
Well, it's tough. The worst part about it is in the gym it's warm.
Yes,
and I go out there and it's freezing cold. So I'm going to start a petition that we can remove soccer from Ardmore and change it to indoor soccer. That's going to be my goal. So I can just stay in the gym.
Play in the gym, yeah. Right. You go full.
Make it kind of like handball, where if the soccer ball bounces off the wall or off the bleachers, that. It's still in play.
It'll be like arena football.
Football, yeah. We can tackle each other and then
yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Like just roll out the old fake astroturf,
I agree with that, Coach.
But no, it is tough. I mean, we got done playing Tuesday, and Wednesday I was at soccer practice. So
So what you and Coach Cox have both been at basketball.
Right.
So who's been watching the soccer for y'all, the girls?
Well, we have
boys?
Assistants. We have some volunteer assistants, and he's got one that works with them all the time. We actually hadn't done a whole lot. We hadn't done a whole lot at all. My kids, I have them first period, so we do a little bit, but I don't have all of them. So I've just had them running. When I'm on campus practicing basketball, I make them go outside and run. So
that's great.
That way, when I get them, we're already conditioned, and we can just go into the technical part of it.
Right. That's right.
So, but like I said, luckily we got kids that know what they're doing, so it's not as tough.
That helps.
They want to do it. The kids want to do it.
And that part's great.
I don't have to stand right there on top of them.
They know in order for them to be good and be productive, they've got to be in shape.
That's right, and it's more fun if you're winning. And
heck
it's a lot more fun. So they're into it.
I've never asked this from a soccer coach before. I don't know why, but I guess I'm obviously not a very good interviewer. But so y'all have plays, right? Y'all call plays?
Yes.
I don't know.
We do more of like a where you kick from the corner to try to get that corner kick. Right. We do a lot of plays like that.
But I mean, as far as
everything else goes, it's always to me. I try to look at it like basketball because that's really all I know.
Right.
And it's like doing a fast break. We get the ball in the middle and we get guys running with them. We try to move the defense and score a goal. That's what we try to do.
That sounds good.
But see, I'm not a soccer coach, so I don't know a whole lot about it. There's some soccer coaches listening and go, he don't know what he's talking about. That's just how I do it because that's all I know.
Well, we'll ask Coach. So Coach Cox you were Coach Owens' assistant last year.
I was.
Now you're taking over the girls program.
I am. After the passing, many people are aware in the community Coach Putman passing away. Administration came to me and said, "Hey, it's yours. Do with it, what you need to do." So I jumped in, and I enjoy working with the boys, but I'm looking forward to this new challenge. But it's last year I helped Coach Owens. It was a good experience, and I think the boys are heading in the right direction. And last year I was impressed with the girls. There was a lot of young talent, and there's not a whole lot of seniors this year either. There's just a handful, which are your studs, and that's the core of your team. But when you look at where a lot of the underlying talent is, it's in those lower grades, so there's a lot of potential there, and you got a strong core of seniors. I mean, I think we could probably make a decent push this year to possibly make a playoff.
So how's that going? Like I said, the girls had Coach Putman. He'd been there for a while, and I know that they're still reeling from all that happening, Coach Putman. But how have they taken to you?
With me, I haven't tried to do anything different. I haven't tried to be him. I've just tried to be myself and let him know that, we're there for him. And it's been tough. I went to the visitation for his funeral, and it was rough seeing those kids standing there. That's probably for some of them the first time they've ever seen, someone they deeply cared about, passed. But it's been tough, and I get questions. There's been girls who've been skeptical about continuing playing, but I tell them, look, if he was still here, he wouldn't tell you. He wouldn't tell you to quit because he wanted you to play.
Absolutely.
And I think for a lot of them, that's convincing enough. And we're doing a lot of things in honor of him this year. And the main thing is just working hard as hard as we can because that's what he'd want them to do. But it's been tough. But we're moving forward, and we got our heads straight forward, looking, respecting, the things he did for the program, but trying to press forward at the same time.
Let me ask you this: so, as far as coaching the boys versus the girls, I've always been under the impression that girls are more coachable.
They are.
I guess they listen and do what's asked of them more. So because as a guy, we all know, right? We know everything. But so have you found that out?
I've coached both.
On the boys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It depends on the kids. I think at the end of the day, it depends on how they were raised. That kind of equals how they were coached. And
True.
if a lot of times though, I feel like the testosterone gets involved with boys, and sometimes they think they may know a little bit more. Yeah. And I've dealt with that, but sometimes you can kind of get on to them a little bit more. But with girls, you kind of you got to be careful how you word things, and you got to make sure that when you talk, you let them know a lot of times, hey, this is for the betterment of the team and for the betterment of you. I'm trying to help you out. And, you can be stern with them and, raise your voice. But if you let them know why you're doing it, they're usually more receptive.
Well, I know Coach Owens is not scared to if they're doing something wrong, Coach Owens is going to let them know. And like I said, I've seen him on the basketball court, plenty of times. And reminds me a lot of his daddy.
I saw him my whole life growing up.
It's just in your DNA.
Since I was little. He wasn't afraid to chew people out. But Hunter's right. Nowadays, when you yell at somebody, you have to touch base with them again and let them know why you were yelling at them.
Yeah,
that's just the way.
It's a different environment.
Mama, coach yelled at me today.
But I will tell you, in soccer, I don't do a whole lot of yelling because I might say something wrong, so I don't yell. I let my assistants do all the yelling.
There you go.
A referee will make a call, and I'll tap my assistant. I'll go, "Was he right?" And he'll let me know if the referee was right or not before I start yelling.
Yeah, so you got to make sure you're doing it.
As long as you're verifying it, that's all that matters, buddy. That's good coaching.
It's like that old saying, just keep your mouth shut.
Right.
You open your mouth and you just remove all doubt.
That's
there.
correct.
So,
So when do y'all start up?
We have a game Tuesday. We go to Danville on Tuesday.
Boys and girls.
Yeah. I remember last year we got done playing on a Friday night, and we turned around and rolled out Monday morning, Monday afternoon for practice, and played a game on Tuesday. So we've had more practices this year than we had last year.
Wow.
So we're ready to go.
So when is soccer season over?
It's over like the end of April. I think our last scheduled game is April 23rd, I think.
Okay, so
you got to the end of April, beginning of May with playoffs and all that. So if we're lucky enough to get
right. It just seems so. We've talked about this on there with the other coaches before, and y'all are a lot younger than we are, but. Man, our season. Well, we didn't even have soccer around here back then, but baseball, softball, all those seasons started later, and we got done plenty of time before school. Now, I mean, I don't know. I guess my point is, it's just, man, it seems better that it could start a little later when it's actually warm enough for.
I agree.
I'm 100% what about injuries and stuff?
Yeah.
Do y'all ever get them? Because you're out there in 38-degree weather with a 10-mile-an-hour wind.
You don't deal with that as much. These soccer kids really are in really good shape. Yeah. They're really, because they do it all the time. A lot of my kids don't do anything but play soccer, and I think his is the same way.
And they do it year round, I'm sure.
They do it. Any chance they get to go out and kick. But I'm with you. A little warmer to start with, I'm good with.
That's good for everybody.
We're freezing to death.
I couldn't do it, Coach.
I think a lot of it has to do with now that they try to get all these tryouts and stuff in at the end of the year.
Yeah.
End of year testing. So they try to get everything done with plenty of time to do all that nowadays. But I'm with it. We'll start a petition for that too.
There we go.
Along with the indoor soccer.
So are y'all going to play a lot at the same days?
We do. He always plays first, and I play right behind him. Other than a couple games, I think at Tanner we have an in-school game, so we're playing first. Yeah. But usually they go first and we go second.
Okay, that's good. So that works out traveling and all that.
It's a lot of fun. We get it all done in one night. I can come watch him, and Putman used to stay and hang around. I got a feeling he'll stay and hang around too after the games, just because we love soccer and we love the kids.
What about practice time?
Well, luckily we have a football field and a practice field at Ardmore, great. So we're lucky, and on game days we'll split the field too, because there's plenty of room for both of us. But we can use the gym occasionally when it's wet outside. Yeah. We try to do that. So practice time's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, because when you only got two teams, it's not like basketball where you got six and you all fight in the gyms. It's just those two teams. So
exactly.
We're good.
That's good.
Well, guys, it's time to take a quick break. Thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all, fellas. Good luck, y'all.
Over there.
And come back and let us know how the season's going.
Absolutely.
We'll have y'all back.
Be glad to.
Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.